Okay, so now let's run this and see how our buttons are placed. So once we click on run, now if we scroll down, one thing about this I forgot to mention is because we put position relative, it means that you can move your buttons up and down. As you can see, when I scroll up, they disappear. When I scroll down, they're there. So I actually want to change it from being relative in its position to being fixed. So if it's gonna be fixed, it means we have to readjust everything in terms of like the positioning. So I'm gonna do something like a 200 to the left here, and here I'm gonna make it a 220. And one thing I'm gonna do, you realize that I have admin here, so I actually changed this name from administrator to admin. So one thing I'm gonna do is 200 to the left, 200 to the left. I'm gonna make it 350 over here. And then perhaps here I'm gonna make it 400 so it doesn't go off the page like the home screen. So once I do that, it kind of looks better now. So this admin is the one that I need to take further to the left. So I'm gonna try taking it at 200. So let's run it again. And it seems way better now. So this looks good. The buttons look okay unless you want to readjust them further, but I think I'm going to keep mine the way it is. So both of them are fine. If you click on user, it opens the user page, which is what we wanted. And if you click on the admin, it opens the admin page as well. So I'm going to run it again. Click on admin and it opens that. So the buttons are working to open the pages. I'm going to run again. Sometimes the network is it's a little bit slow. So with REPL, you have to be patient when you run it. So just click rerun or refresh and it will run again your program. So right now my background's missing. There it is. Yeah, so that's working fine. The next thing we need to do is to create we already have our admin page right here. The one that we created from before, right? Admin, it seems like mine's disappeared. So maybe by accident I deleted it. I'm just gonna recreate it again. So admin underscore page.html, which is the one that we created from before. So we have the admin page. You're going to have nothing in your admin page. Okay, it's going to be blank. And you will have, of course, nothing in your user page. It's also going to be blank. So we are going to have to create this admin page so it can be able to open up the admin form, which is this admin.png. To do that, we need to create our style sheet for the admin page. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on new file right here, and we're going to create a new style for the admin. So I'm going to say style underscore one dot CSS. This is a style sheet, so hit enter. And it's going to open for you a new style sheet. You pretty much can just copy the same thing that you have from the first style because you're doing the exact same thing. The only difference is you are going to change the background picture so you can show this one when the admin, not this one, sorry, this one when the admin button is clicked. So you're going to go back to your style. So just click on style one and then just paste in the codes without having to type them out again. And change this to the name of your admin, which is mine is called admin.png. And that's all you have to do. Everything else is the same. We don't want to repeat background. We want the background to be flexible and so on. Then now you go back to your admin page, and the first thing you need to do is obviously open up your HTML tag. And then in your HTML tag, you're going to open up your head tag because you want to put the title of this page. So we're going to open the title tag. And then in the title tag, we're going to have our title for the page, which you can call anything you want. So I'm just going to call it administrator login. So we have this for the user and administrator. So the user, we're assuming that they are given this password from the shop. So now they're just going to use that password and username to log in so they can place the order. Assumptuously, you don't necessarily need to create a user login because users should just have the access to place the order. So if you want to skip the part of doing the user login because it's going to be the exact same thing like administrator login, you can just do it and then work on the part that we're going to be working on, which is to show them the fillings and salad options and etc. So I've done the title. Now we have to put the style. So this is really important because you need to relate this admin page to the style1.css. So we're going to open up this tag link href, and then we're going to specify the style, as in we're using style1.css, linking this page to that style. And then the relationship is that it's a style sheet. The type is that it's a text CSS file. And of course, just close this with closing backslash to end this particular relationship with the style. So that's all you need for the head. You need to place in your head. It's just the title and of course the relationship with the style sheet, which is style 1, so we can apply the background, the background picture. And now we're going to put inside of our HTML tag our body tag, and we can actually run this to see if the admin page is being opened. Make sure you don't have duplicates of closing body tag. And at this point, if you click run, now let's click on the admin page or button. It's a little bit slow again, but it's going to be opening for you your admin. There it is. So this is the admin that we just created. So let's try to rerun it again. So once you click on the button, it's supposed to open for you your admin. So if you click on admin, then it's going to open for your admin page. Just give it some time because sometimes it takes a while to load the page in here, but it's just usually because you have many windows. So there it is. So it opens the admin, and if we run it for user, you just see that it opens user and nothing's in there because we haven't designed the user yet. So the user is just going to stay blank. Even if you give it some time, it's going to be blank because you haven't done the user page. So that's that's all for this part of the tutorial for now. I'm going to do the second part. So what we need to do obviously is to create the user page as well. So just like the admin, when we click on it, it will open up the user page, which is where the user can log in. So right now the admin page is working, and you can see that this is pretty flexible for, no matter how wide it is, it just opens up. I like this flexibility of this window. It opens up nicely to be resized. I think now I need to just drag this to the side. So we will continue this in our next video tutorial parts of how to put our text box for username and password and our button, that you realize that we didn't do a design of the button because the button has to be an HTML button type. So once it's clicked, an action is performed. So we're going to do that. Once it's clicked, it will take in the inputs from username and password, and it will validate to see that it is correct, so we can open the right pages. So we will continue this in our second video tutorial.